Good morning, Raiders. I'm Julia.
And I'm Brian. It's Monday, September 11th, and it's a great day to be a Raider.
Welcome back to school. Let's make sure this year is the best and most productive one yet.
The mission of Leonardtown Journalism is to educate, influence, and motivate members of the student body. We strive to create a positive and spirited environment for our in-school community to stay in the know. In Raider Strong News,
this month's Raider Strong Quality is scholarly, so make sure you stay on top of your schoolwork, Raiders.
in college and career news, there are scholarships open now for seniors. You can check them out on Naviance through Clutter. Colleges will also be visiting in mid-September, and all juniors and seniors are invited to attend. Check out which schools are signed up to visit by checking your emails from Miss Wilson's weekly email. If you have any questions, reach out to Miss Wilson at jawilson@smcps.org. In school news, today's tutoring subject is World Language, CTE, and PE. If you have any questions, concerns, or want to get your grade up, make sure to visit the teachers during lunch.
The beginning of the school year is such an exciting time. You get the opportunity to test out new, interesting clubs, as well as meeting new people. Leonardtown has a lot of clubs, for example. Ski Club that has an interest meeting on the 20th, and the Black Student Union, who has an interest meeting today in the Media Center during B-Lunch. If you're interested in wanting to know about how you can spend your time during lunch, take a look at the walls around the school where you can find the club's flyers.
And here's Owen Hugel with our feature.
Hey Raiders, to start off the year with LTV, we want to dedicate today's broadcast to the men and women who had to go through the events of 9/11. Ella, Lily, Cadence, and Daniel collected some interviews from teachers who explained their point of views on that tragic day. Take a look.
For me, as a military spouse, I had just gotten married after 9/11, and so my husband was in jet training in Texas, and so that expedited his training, and he left shortly thereafter and started his military deployments. And he has done 7 military deployments in 23 years. He's still active duty. And so 9/11 changed the course of our lives in our military career. Instead of what we thought would have been a peacetime, wonderful career in the Navy, it absolutely changed the trajectory of our lives. I think that for America, we had never been attacked on our own soil, so it really shook us to the core. I think that it brought America together, and many people were patriotic and tried to support each other. It was tremendous, the support for the military and our first responders. But it was unbelievable, the sense of fear that people had, and even to this day, the sense of fear that people still have of the unknown.
I think there's a lot of surprise. I was in high school at the time, a senior. I was in art class, and came on the news. So basically, a bunch of us went to the cafeteria to watch it kind of play out, and a lot of us were just kind of, it was a state of chaos, so we were just kind of seeing how it played out. And then over the next few days, there was a sense of sadness for all the families of people who were lost. I think on America, it led to a sense of vulnerability among the country, and it changed the nature of how the government and society interacted with each other. Basically, I think a lot of people were more willing to let the government intervene to prevent another tragedy from happening, so that led to a heightened sense of security.
So for me, I think that growing up in the 80s and 90s, I seem so far removed from conflict and war, and so something happening on our turf, on our country, was kind of shocking for me. So that was, to me, a real eye-opener that this type of thing can happen here too, and so it certainly raised that awareness. I think it had a similar impact on Americans in that it kind of woke us up to what can potentially happen here, and then obviously there was some direct impacts and so far as the travel restrictions and so forth that we have now, the security that we have to go through to get on planes and those type of things. So it completely changed the way that we operate in this country.
I'd only been teaching for a few years, and I was teaching elementary school age students, and I think it was the first time that I realized just how much of an impact as a teacher I had on my class. I had a lot of parents who worked at the Pentagon at the time, and people were coming to pick up their kids, and I think it was really the first time that I realized that the students that were in front of me I was completely responsible for them, and my own child is, away from me, and I can't get to him. But I think also, not that, I wasn't as patriotic before, but I think that I had like such a sense of patriotism after that, and how important, all of, America and the military, and, it was a scary day. I just remember it being just a sense of community. Everybody was there, came together, everybody was there for each other. And I think that was the biggest impact, is just knowing, and it's hard for now, because when I talk to students your age, like, you don't really get it because it's been so long ago for you, but for us it's like it just happened yesterday. But that sense of community was the biggest thing that came out of it, I think. The first responders.
EMTs, firemen.
Yes, absolutely.
Even the dogs, the
Yeah.
service dogs that were there going in.
Yep.
Obviously, the people who were first responders, so police, fire, and then just like the everyday people that were there just trying to help out.
First responders, absolutely, to the military that left immediately for tons of time into complete unknown, and also the families left behind, who had to take care of everything so that the first responders and the military could go and do their jobs. There are many unsung heroes that weren't popular or celebrated. So I would say that obviously our military are heroes. My husband is our hero in our house, but there are lots and lots of people that were unsung and should be appreciated. And especially the kids who went holidays and birthdays and special events without those loved ones because they were off doing all the things they had to do. So first responders are heroes every day.
Well, I think all the first responders for sure were heroes. All the folks that were treating people in the hospitals, and then of course those that went overseas to fight the battle, of terrorism and so forth. Yeah.
Thank you, Ella, Lily, Cadence, and Daniel, and we honor all of those who were affected by 9/11. We will never forget. And now here's me with your sports. Tonight at 4 p.m., JV field hockey faces Calvert at home. Varsity golf will face multiple schools at Cedar Point Golf Course. At 4:30, JV volleyball will face Huntingtown away. At 5 p.m., JV football is up against Great Mills away. And finally, at 5:30, varsity field hockey is playing Calvert at home, and varsity volleyball is against Huntingtown High School. Remember, Raiders, all SMAC regular season and playoff tickets will be sold online using GoFan. Create a free account to make purchasing tickets throughout the school year quicker. No cash will be accepted at the doors.
It'd be a shame if you missed an episode of LTV. You can check out the latest in school news, sports, arts, entertainment, and much, much more on our online school newspaper. Just visit lhsimprint.com or visit our YouTube channel, LHS TV.
As always, thanks for joining us today. That's it for LTV. I'm Brian.
And I'm Julia. Tune in next time for some more Raider-tastic news. Stay Raider strong. Stay Raiders.
Oh. You make me nervous, Miss Egger.
Oh wait, should we do?
All proceeds. Wait, what is it? Here, it's benefit journalism, our journalism program.
It'd be a. Sorry.
I want to do that again. And here's Owen Hugel with our feature.
Not say that.
I'm saying it.